original sound.
Doesn't align.
I don't think so. I think it doesn't align.
Yeah, where's it on?
All right, go watch that video and then the entire thing, because there's a content creator, the Ebony Roram. I think I might have pronounced that last portion wrong, but I'm sorry. But go watch their comment on it, because I agree with a ton of what they say, and I wanted to add a little more onto it because I am not a person of color, but I still feel similar to some of what they're talking about, because I think that people minimize a lot of how we feel based on how they see what they've done as being wrong, and I hate that, and I see it a lot. But that guy was crossing a line he's not supposed to at a museum or a installation. I'm not sure exactly where it's at, but just kept walking over where the bar clearly stated not to. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's nothing. I see the same with like Yellowstone National Park, where a lot of people walk on stuff they're not supposed to, and they get really upset with the person that's telling them like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. And I see it everywhere. And I mean, I see it everywhere. People breaking traffic laws, and people, you know, doing things that are low level. And a lot of people are like, just go along your day. And it's like, it's very hard. And I don't think people get that. And this is one of those things where I agree with the content creator that had replied on that and stitched on that, which was that being neurodivergent makes it difficult to let little things slide like that, because it's wrong and we see it as wrong. In their case, because they're a person of color, they know right now if they did anything like that, they would be accosted, if not worse. Not being a person of color, I just have a moral problem with people doing the wrong thing. I don't like it, and we let so much slide. That's why things are in the case the way they are. Because we let people break small traffic laws, right? They speed. Even though the person may speed all the time, we don't police that. So they continue to speed, and then they unalive someone, and then it's like, oh, what a shame, man, if we could only see this happening. People run red lights, and we were like, oh, it's nothing, mind your own business, and it's like, but then they unalive someone, and then then it's a problem, but before that it wasn't. And it's like so many preventable things because of little issues that become bigger issues, and it drives me insane for that. Same with like fireworks, you know, it's a big thing, that's coming up. And it's with fireworks. People get upset because maybe it gets on people's anxieties. Maybe it scares their animals. It definitely can cause fires, has. And then people do it in unsafe ways. You know, why are your fireworks falling on my roof? Things like that, you know. But then I'm just a complainer and don't get it and making a big deal out of nothing. And it's like we have laws and rules that need to be followed for a reason. Now, I can debate with anybody whether certain laws and rules should be changed. That's the debate we should be having. But just because you don't like certain laws doesn't mean you shouldn't follow them. And I hate that. I hate that that's how the majority of people in society work. I find that most non-neurodivergent people, which is a lot of people, just assume they can do what they want when they want, and that if it hurts someone else, they should just be forgiven because they didn't know. They didn't know any better. And it drives me insane for that. You know, the red light camera thing is something that's come up a lot, and I've done videos on it, and people get so upset about it. They think it's wrong, and it's like, so stop running red lights. It's that simple. It's follow basic traffic laws like you're supposed to. If the light's yellow, you don't gun it. You're supposed to slow down. It's designed to slow down, but people don't do that. And I can't tell you the number of times I've gotten flipped off, honked at, because I'm following traffic laws appropriately, but other people aren't, you know? How many pedestrians are ran down because people don't pay attention to crosswalks or traffic signals? And, you know, it's such a large thing. I could go over so many endless things that happen, but I will say that these little aggressions that happen daily are the reason why things are so bad. It is one of the reasons they're so bad, because when everybody contributes to doing things the wrong way, it creates a society where people are just constantly in danger, doing wrong, creating problems for other people. And that's pretty much it, you know? So what are your thoughts on it, guys? And yeah, again, please go check out that entire video.